Alright, hey everyone. Today I'm doing another live stream. Yay. This one is again building my final tower in Obby Creator. I did a stream like this like a month ago or so. Maybe not that long ago. But yeah, we're doing that again today. It says you don't have permission. Yeah, I'm in a private server at the moment, but now I'm gonna go join a public server with one person. So, you guys can just join me. My Roblox username is that. So I'll join a public server with one person. That one person is about to be very confused. Why like 11 or 10 other people, me and then 10 other people to fill the server with 12 people total. Never mind. They're gonna be confused why a bunch of people suddenly join. But yeah, let's get started, I guess. Well, I'll wait for some more things to load in. You're the first person to join, or to follow me. Good for you. Okay, so, in the description of the stream, I put that I wanted to work on floors 2, 7, and 8. So, I guess let's start with, 2. Hello. Okay, so, yeah, basically off camera I've been working on this a lot, building this floor, which is the rainforest floor. And, you know what, I'll play through what I have so far of this floor. So you start by doing these jumps. Yay. And you have like a wraparound here, and then you have another one all the way to here. I don't know what to say. Well, here there's a truss walk. And it also, like, since this tower is difficult, difficulty, I don't really want to put any ladder flicks, but I will have truss walks and, like, jumps like that where you don't actually have to flick. Oh, you can just do that. Well, I may as well delete these and just make that the intended route. But I feel like I want to make that jump a little easier. I mean, you can jump straight under there still. It's not that difficult. But just in case. Click the right one. Just in case, I'll put a stud right there you can jump to. Okay. I still failed it. Okay. So, you go over here, and then this will deactivate a thingy there and a thingy there. Then you need to use the push box to get it to the pressure plate. This thing resets it, and then you can actually make the jump through here. Then this, hold on. Okay. Where are you? I don't have hide players on. Hey man, I have been subscribed for a few years now, and hearing your voice change so much is nostalgic. I am no longer very into obbies, but I'm still pretty good. You inspired me a lot. I haven't actually watched any videos since back when I first subscribed, though. Well, thank you. Okay, so here, it'll activate, like, when you press each of these buttons, it'll also activate something that'll make it so you don't have to redo the whole floor up until this point. I dare you to put Among Us wall. There is one, the Among Us waterfall. Okay, and then this part here I think is pretty cool. So, basically, if you read the sign over here, position the wedge on the neon so that there's a flat surface, then press this button and use the sphere to make the jump. This thing resets the wedge. So, you need to do that so that this goes like that, creates a flat surface like that. Then, don't have that happen. I dare you to put an Among Us wall at the end of the tower. Okay, I could do that. Okay, so you need to position it there, and then you can press this button. Okay. This, like, opens the thing there for, like, 1 second. Okay, and I do also want to put a reset thing to reset the sphere. There's one for the wedge, but not the sphere. Hold on. I'm adding a thing here on left, maybe? No. Right? Okay. This will say reset wedge. Just in cartoon font. Then I want to duplicate this. Turn drag on for just a second. And then add this. Which will say, it'll say reset ball, because it's resetting that. Although I gotta connect the button though, which will be to that. Okay. So really there's no way it could get like stuck anywhere before. It can like land on here, and then it's kind of annoying to like push it off of here, but it is possible. But yeah, it's always good to just have a reset button. Just in case it somehow like gets stuck somewhere and you don't want to get soft locked or anything. To be honest, Roro towers are difficult to sight read. How do you sight read a physical object? Okay, so hold on. If it does that, well, then it would reset anyway. Let me just, yeah, okay, there. So what happens here is it'll like stop there, which you can just like push it the rest of the way off of there. But let's just test the resetting thing. There we go. Okay. So I just gotta get this right, and there. I do try to make towers not difficult to sight read. Well, I don't specifically put effort towards that. But, I mean, I try to put as many signs as I can explaining things that are confusing to figure out. Okay, now the only button that currently exists here is this one, so I need 2 of them, or 5 total. I need to put the second one of them, which is 2, but why? Okay. This button, since there's 2 of them, because there needs to be one to deactivate stuff and one to activate stuff. This one, it needs to deactivate that and that. That's just based on what this... Wait, no. It needs to deactivate this, because there's the first one here. The push wedge glitches if it falls off the... they, like, cut it off. Platform. Yeah, I know it does that, but you can, I think, just... If you just, like, press this several times, it will, like, make it not do that. Okay, so we have the make objects invisible deactivating stuff here, and we need to make objects visible button activating something kind of like this that'll bring you like back to either the button or just before it. When build battle live on Obby Creator. I do want to do something like that, but for now, who knows? Honestly, I'm kind of feeling lazy right now, so I'm just going to do this. This is what's going to get activated. But it won't look too bad. I will add some neon on the bottom. Because these platforms, I want them to look like the spaceship with like this futuristic neon-ness. I want it to be can't collide false, though. Okay. So, this activate or make objects visible thing needs to be connected to those, and then you need to select these and do that. And that needs to be can't collide false. Now you can't walk across here, but when you get to this button and press both of them, which that did work, now you can. And that'll just take you straight back to here, which is just before the button. Okay, this is impossible. Not sure what I was thinking with that. Oh, I think I wanted to make it so that the make objects invisible button also deactivated that. That way you have to press the button, like you have to press the button. There's no way not to. I mean, not that you would like choose not to. I mean, like you have to press it anyway to eventually get to floor 3. I mean, here, I don't have anything like that. If you really want to, you can do that, but I'm not that concerned about that. Here, I guess that does guarantee you won't miss the button. We'll say that's why. I think that makes more sense anyway. Here, it's pretty much impossible to miss the button, like, not see it at all. Here, though, you'll see, like, you'll see this here, and then probably, if you didn't already see this, look around, and then you'd see it. Okay. Let me turn hide players on for a second so I can see what I'm doing here. This one, yeah, you just have to do that. It's like a wraparound thing. And then you have to go on top of here, and then to here, and then this is a cool puzzle I built using pressure plates. I forgot what they're called for a second. And push boxes and stuff. Okay, so, basically, the end goal here is to get a push box, or push wedge, actually, that's what you're going to get here, to this pressure plate. That way it can stay activated and you can get across here. So, first you need to go, like, this way. I mean, yeah, this part you do kind of have to, like, figure out. And you can go up here, or you can take the moving part if you want. This sign says, get the wedge on this part while it's still activated, then deactivate it using the orange pressure plate. That way the push wedge will land correctly. That sign right there says the same thing. So, basically, you want to position that like that, and then go over here, and then step on this for a second. That way it falls, like, straight down, because if you were to push it off the ledge while it's deactivated, you can make it stay activated, or deactivated by having the push box on there, which is what you need next. If you had this deactivated, and then you pushed it off there, then it'll probably, like, land weird, and then, like, get launched off. Oh, also, probably don't do that wrap like that. Do it like that, not from the other side, but it is possible. Okay, and then I used wedges to make things that you can only use the push wedge for. Okay, I kind of messed that up. Just wait for that moving part to be in a good position. Then, okay. Well, I missed my ride, but it's fine. That is not fine, though. Okay, that still worked. I know I said not to do that. I guess if you want, you can do that for this first one, because you can just reset it if it doesn't work right. Let's try this again. Okay, so I can go on this corner, and then push this over here. Now, here's where it's more important here that this isn't activated. You need to do that. That way you can have it deactivated for a second. And then you just make your way up here. I'm just going to use no clip because I fell. You can do that, and then you would jump to here for a second. It'll do that, and then you want to take this push box. That way these will open, and you can get the push wedge through here. If you try to use this push box, which would technically activate that, even though it's green, because there's no way to, like, color code it, but you can't get it there anyway, because these are wedge-shaped. And this part can be a little annoying, but it's not too bad. Let me look at the stream chat. I haven't looked at that in a while. Have I completed Tower of Thinning Layers? No, I haven't. What comes after this final tower? I'll be continuing Shark's Mini Towers of Heck in Roblox Studio. I'll be making, like, a real fan game for... fan game. Seem to have gotten this stuck. I'll just use no clip to move it. Okay, that didn't work. Well, great. You know what? I should probably make this a little bit less annoying. It's like, okay, it's not pushing them through here that's annoying. It's that it, like, gets stuck in the corner and it's, like, impossible to move it. How can I prevent that? If I add, like, an invisible part here... but it's can collide true. That should, like, you shouldn't really be able to get that over there. Let me just use edit mode to move this where I want it to go. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. Oh, did I just accidentally move something? Wow, I love when things like that happen. Just a random moving part moves your view, and then you click and drag something way in the wrong position. That's not what happened, though. Okay. But now you can't really do that. Maybe you could, like, if you push it straight into this wall. But if it were to get stuck in the corner now, it can't. Because you can just do that. Okay. I don't feel like doing all that again. But when you get this to here, that'll stay activated. And you can continue this. Okay. Now let me... I turned off drag enabled. Okay, so that's that so far. That's probably my favorite part of this floor so far. This is a temporary thing, right? Okay, so I put that there when I built this. I built it on mobile where you can't really use drag mode. Is there a way to do that? Like, there's the setting exists, but it doesn't, like, I can't seem to figure out how to actually drag and move something. Does anyone know how? I know many of you are mobile players. Okay. This button needs to deactivate the third one of these. That's the first two that are already deactivated. And the third one of these. And we need the thing it's going to activate that makes it so you don't have to redo a whole bunch of stuff. Imagine if this takes the max parts. Yeah, it's looking quite likely I'll have to build, or buy more parts, I mean. Which, I mean, I can. But maybe it won't. Like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. For this one, instead of just making it a thing like that, we'll make it a little more interesting. A set of scattered 4x4s. And, hold on. If I make this neon, I don't know why I changed that. I was thinking about making it can collide false. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. Okay, I think I'll do it as a half stud here instead of a 0.05 like I did over here. Just because I feel like it, I guess. Then these jumps should be pretty easy. I do want to move them up and down as well, though. And it'll take you to this platform here. Image if time machine to Among Us universe. What is... huh? Do you mean build an Among Us universe? I definitely should do that, but I already have planned the rest of them. Although, I could see that working for maybe the final floor. Maybe. One more of these should be good. We'll move it up a little bit too. Okay, so that should work, and hopefully it doesn't use more parts than a button can activate, which I'm sure it doesn't. Yeah, there's definitely not 15 platforms, which would be 30 parts, but they increased the max parts you can link a button to. So that wouldn't be a problem anyway. But now I want to go and select all of these. And all the neon on the bottom. Now I need to go and select all of these parts on every platform. And make it invisible, can collide false. I know I said can collide false before, but that was just because the neon was can collide false. Now you press it and it activates those, and there's no way I can make the neon stay can collide false. Really, the only reason I do that is just to be sure it's not going to affect the gameplay where it's not, like, where I don't want it to. Not that things like this ever would in any way that matters. Same for here. So, yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter. So now you would be able to get back to here, and you would continue by jumping on that button, which does guarantee you step on the button because you literally have to in order to continue. Like, because it's the platform you jump on. And I signed my name here as well. It says Roro Studios. Very epic. I probably should make a less annoying way to get on top, though. Is there a way without, like, blocking this too much or making things look like other letters? I'll put a part here. Move it down one stud, though. So you can ladder flick off of here onto here if you want, or you can go onto here first. Now you should be able to do that and just walk across. So we need to build two more buttons. I need to make the path go through, and I've got this much space left. And then you will be able to just jump off, but I think I'll put up, like, it won't reset anything because this will just teleport you back. But I think I will put, like, just a bridge or just a platform you can walk across with no jumps or anything. But I want there to be something interesting here rather than just jumps, because that's boring. Turn on dark mode. No. Now. No. Let's see. How can I, like... I'll do a speed section. How about that? Let's do that, and then... Although, if there's a speed section, then, like, that would take a lot of space. But I have a solution, don't worry. I'm going to select both of these and move them down. So this actually isn't entirely necessary now. Move it down a little bit more, though, so that jumps easier. And to make this look even better, I'm going to take a wedge, so it's like attached to the wall. Beautiful. Will I at least turn on dark mode when I go to Roblox Studio? Probably not. You didn't even copy and paste the right thing. TOAUI. Tower of Among Us Imposters. Okay, now for the neon, or make this neon, yellow and neon. Wow, I said the complete wrong thing in every possible way. Okay, make the speed pad be neon yellow and give you 32 walk speed. Okay, that would be annoying to make that jump. I should make those like, yeah, that'll work. 4x4s. Let's make them not all be attached to the wall with wedges, though. I'll make it so that this. It'll make there be kind of a wraparound there. That jump should be possible, I would think. Yes. I don't want these all the same height, though. This one I'll move down a little bit, and this one I'll move up a very little bit. Okay, that's gonna use like $10,000 to copy-paste that. But I'm gonna make it smaller anyway, which doesn't give me 100% back, but it's fine. Doesn't really matter that much. We'll go 12 by 12. So that gives you like a 1 stud extra space here. Then how about I put a truss on this tree here? We'll make it green and what neon color? Actually, I didn't put neon here. I should though, since I made the tightrope neon anyway. That gives me a neon color to use. Then do that. I know you can't see it, I'll fix it. Set that to 0.01 and just move this just enough to where you can see the neon and not any of the tree. Okay. Now, while I'm thinking about it, go here and set that to local and position it right. Just put neon inside this truss so it looks better. And also, while I'm thinking about it, there's another truss I need to do that for, and it's over here. Yeah, honestly, there's like no reason ever not to put neon inside of a truss. Like, it just looks so much better. Okay, now go back over here. Wait, it's gonna make that can't collide true. Which it's fine, it won't affect anything, but I like to make it can't collide false anyway. Similar to, like, on the bottom of parts, where I make that neon. Okay. Just confirm it's doing that right. Select it again, can't collide false. Okay. So we got that working. You can make the jump, and I'll put one more jump. Over to a part here, which will be similar to the one at the start of the speed section. This one, though, is going to be the end of the speed section. Okay, next on the agenda is basically doing this. I don't know why it matters that much, but we'll do that anyway. So you'll still have your increased walk speed at this point, so I want that to not be the case anymore. So do that, and make it can't collide false also. I'd like to do that. Yeah, okay. So I like to use the default appearance of speed pads for when it slows you down. In JToH, technically, even if it's slowing you down, like, to, like, 8, it'll still, by default, be that color. I guess you can change it. Like, not yellow. I think it is yellow, but, like, never mind. It's too much effort to explain what I'm trying to explain. And the reason I need to make this take up so much space is so that when I put a truss over here, and since this one's on a green wall, I'll make it be brown. I guess still with green neon. By doing that, you have to step on the speed pad no matter what in order to continue. Except there is still one way to cheese things. Yeah, see, even if you jump. I just need to go over here and add a speed pad here so that if you fall, it'll set your walk speed back to 16. This one will be invisible though. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so if you fall, let me just do that. It should set your walk speed back to 32. I don't think this will be entirely necessary, but I could make it so that the speed pad is instead down here, because what that may do is with 4 of these... Wait, no, it's only 3, I think. Okay. Well, if it, like, is trying to change too many things at once, it might, like, not activate some effects or something. I don't think that'll be a problem, though. But if it is, I could put the speed pad down here. So you'll just press it as you fall, if you fall, that is. Now, how can I make this part look more interesting? Because it's kind of boring. I don't know. How about some kill bricks? That'll just, I don't know, make it look better a little bit. We'll make them green. So if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna go up here and copy and paste this color, and we'll make them can't collide false too. Okay, and I can just keep holding click, and then just press Control C where I want it to. Then I can just delete that. Okay, now take apart, and I'm gonna put neon inside this truss. Where's the other one? Here it is. Select that, and there we go. So that completes this second to last button section. Make this be like half a stud. That should work. Actually, here I'm just gonna do this. And, okay, you can't jump. You did it legit with... Did I make these insta-kills? Oops. Well, congratulations for doing that. In doing so, you made me notice that these are insta-kills. I'll make this be slightly lower down so you can jump on top of there. With, we'll make this be green. Because why not? With a square. And I had drag on. I shouldn't have had that on, but I did. But it's fine. No catastrophes happened, but they could have. Although it's not that big of a deal, because undo button exists. So we have that button. Let's first make the make objects invisible thing work right. So it needs to deactivate that and that. Make objects visible button. I guess here I could, like, since it's pretty close to over here, I could make it deactivate something. I'll do that. Well, no, because you won't really see that as easily. Like, if you just notice, like, one thing disappeared here. So, instead, I'll just do the same as over here. Just activates a bridge. This one off of the corner, though. think 0.25 should center it. Yes. Okay. Okay. Well, no. Just, okay. I know what to do. I know what to do. I will make this go through the tree, apparently. No, I won't. I know. I should make up my mind. I'm not sorry. Wait, you can just jump to here. Ugh. Check the funny tower idea. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go with that. I haven't read stream chat in a while, though. I mean, most of you watching the stream are just typing here, so yeah, that's fine. Don't select a million things I don't want to. Okay, so these will be activated by that Make Objects Visible button. Typed it in wrong. Typed it in wrong again. This is the neon, by the way. If you didn't already figure that out. Go over here, select that. It just made it. That's fine. Here I can actually do that. Okay, so it's making those invisible because it's setting them to what they are before you press the button. So here I need to select the Make Objects Visible button. Just find where it is. Do I want to make this part of what's button activated? Also, let me move this up one stud, just so it lines up better. That's a 13 stud. Let me make it not be a 13 stud. Okay, so you should be able to press the button. And I guess I could make it so, like, the way you go after pressing that is this way. So I won't be able to join your game when you're studio, when you're live, I guess. That is true, I think. I don't think there'd really be any way to get that to work. I don't. The only way I could imagine I could, like, get it to work would be if, like, I built it in-game using, like, a BTools thing, and then I, like, saved it, and then, like, put it in after, but I don't really know how to, if that's really worth doing that, because it just seems kind of not worth it, but it might be. I don't know. Anyway, let's just enjoy while we can, while you guys can be in the game as I build towers live. Can you make Citadel of Among Us? I probably won't, but can I? Yes. I am capable of building Citadel of Among Us. Thinking of what I could do here. I've got no good ideas other than move this to this side. Yes. Okay. Let me look at advanced parts and see if I get any ideas. How about seat jumps? Or no, let's do falling parts. Where's that? Falling part. Make sure that's lined up. And we'll make them 3x3s. And like that. And universal. And add text on top. Trying to find a font I like for this. I mean, if I just use cartoon, I don't know, there's not really that much space between there, which I don't really like. Highway, okay, that works enough. Okay. Then I'll set my snap to grid to 7.5. Then do this a few times. Then here's where it gets interesting, kind of. I'm going to take a part that's like not 10 studs. No, more than that. 16. I'm going to do that, and then, wait, no. Unduplicate those. So like these 3, and then rotate it, I guess 45 degrees each time. That's boring. Because that's just rotating at 45 degrees. Okay. 30 then. Huh? Why is it doing that? Oh, I like didn't have that selected, apparently. I need 3 parts selected. Actually, I don't even need the center part, actually. Okay, now delete all the ones I don't want here. Which would be, well, I don't want that one. Now, I get to just spam click to delete all those. Some of you managed to escape. Okay, so you can jump across these. But I feel like these should be closer together then. Or I can make it like, I don't know. Just, it's fine that they're so close together here. Here, I'll have a thing you jump to, and then like 8 studs. Oops, I didn't mean to click the wrong button. That's not, okay. I'm doing everything wrong. Okay. First, turn hide plays on for a second. Do that, right? Set this to 7. I can turn hide players off again. Duplicate it, move it up like that a couple times. Okay. I'll check stream chat. Tower of rotate chaos. It looks like a regular tower until you press the first button, and then the whole tower turns 90 degrees. You should add a hidden Among Us in the tower. But there's already the Among Us waterfall, and this. But I guess those aren't hidden. Is there any way I could, like, place some platforms that if you look at them from a certain angle, it says Among Us? I'll do that, though. You can jump across these, or go on that side if you want. How about this? I'll put a hidden Among Us right here. I'll add a text to this part on the left. That should be the right one. Yes. And let me go get that Among Us character. Which is that. Oh, it just hashtags it. Well, I'll just type Among Us. Oh. Okay, you know what? I'll leave it like this. If you happen to look at it. Wait, there's more. Among Us with a flushed emoji. Yeah, that works. Wait, no, it doesn't. Let me add line breaks between these to make sure it works right. That didn't actually change it. Ugh! Come on! There we go. When is Roro UGC coming out? In 1 billion years. Let me add another space. Okay. There. If you happen to look at that, you won't be disappointed. I should make an ASMR video. How about I make a video where I just say ASMR? No. How about I say it's ASMR, and then I say, like, turn your volume up really loudly so that you can really hear the ASMR, but then I just scream as loud as I can. Maybe I should do that. I see no way such a thing could go wrong. Once you become ASMR, you can't go back, but your views will increase a lot. Will they? I don't know. For some reason, every time I try something different, the video flops, and it's getting kind of annoying, not gonna lie. When is the release date of Citadel of Among Us? What's okay, I forgot the name of the month again for a second. February 32nd, 1337. That's the release date. Okay, so I mean, that's pretty much the end of this floor. I'll add like one more jump. Or 3. So I'll have this platform here. And then how about I take a wedge? Actually, what if I just delete it and you all fall? Haha. Then I take a wedge and then rotate it 45 degrees like that. That way it's just, like, instead of putting, like, I could put, like, a part on top of there. But then there's just, like, a part of it kind of like this, which could look good. Maybe. I don't really want that, though. Because I want to save a part and because I'm slightly lazy. Okay, so that works. And now, turn hide players on for a second. Go over here, select this, drag enabled on, and then place that at the end of here. There are too many people in the way, even though they're invisible. There, okay. Flip that around, and just not rotate it right. Then, the studs here might be kind of weird, because it's like on the angled part of the truss, even though it doesn't look like it. Angled is relative, isn't it? Okay. But there. We have the button in the right place. Hide players on for a second. The make objects invisible button. Here it is. Should deactivate this and this. The make objects visible button will just activate a platform. I guess it'll look, click the right thing. It'll look like these. I do want that to be not invisible though. Like it'll just be another one of these things. One of these things. Like if I make it any sort of parkour or jumps, maybe like jumps like these would work, but anything like too complicated, people are just gonna jump down here if they know they can. If it, like, because it would just skip it anyway. Like, you could technically still do that here, if it's can't collide true. And, or you could jump down. I guess jumping down, I don't know. Just make it activate that. It sort of makes it more obvious you're supposed to go that way, back towards here. And now, make a thing like here. I'm setting it to transparency 1 and it doesn't do anything. Oh, and I had my move set to the wrong thing, so now I can't put it back unless I undo. I love when I click the wrong thing. Okay, just copy and paste it. Now suddenly it works. It's not connected to the button though, so let me just fix that. Okay, so right now that should be invisible, can't collide false, which it is. You fall through it. But then you press the button and it activates. And it should also deactivate one of those, which it did. And it, yeah, okay. So that works. Last thing I want to add here is just a wraparound on this. We'll go 4-stud wraparound. And up here, of course it's by 0.5. Just do that. Okay. And now this is here, and you know you're supposed to go this way. Will the Citadel in your fan... Will the Citadel be in your fan-made tower game? Yes, it will. I'll build the Ring 4 Citadel and Soul Crushing there. I would also maybe like to add some arrows that help you figure out where to go. That would perhaps be useful. Well, I mean... Yeah, okay. Make that not invisible for a second, then take a wedge, do that, do this, 0.05, and... Is that centered? No, it's not. Is it centered now? No, it's not. Is it centered now? Yes, okay. Set that back to 0.5, make that transparency 1 and can't collide false. Then take the make objects visible button, make it activate those. So now you know you're supposed to go back this way. Roro don't need no auto-tune. Why do I sound like a motorcycle? What, Okay, so, do I really need arrows elsewhere? If I wanted to, which I don't want to because I'm lazy. Cool looking tower, by the way. I could put, like, arrows on maybe here or on these that it'll tell you to go that way if that's one you're, like, on. And then, like say, when this gets activated, there's an arrow pointing this way. But then when you get to the next button, which is over here, it'll deactivate that arrow. When is How to Make a JToH Tower in Obby Creator 2024? Probably never. Like, I mean, the 2023 one is still up to date. Should I just go and change the title to 2024? I feel like, no. I won't do that. But I could. But I won't. Like, not much has really changed since then. I mean, I could include a few more things. Anyway, the floor is now complete. Floor 2. So epic. Should I add anything here? No. Yeah, we're good. The floor is complete. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna reset. And we will go work on floor 7. For floor 7, we're pretty much just finishing kind of a similar thing to on floor 2, where I'm just, building more button sections. Just this one is set in a desert. Can't alt tab. There we go. Hi, Roro. If I could join the game while you build, because I just got here. Yeah. Are you still here? I think you are. Let me check the... Yeah, you are. Okay. I checked the chat. If I type @ and then start typing your name, it, like, shows up to, like, autofill it. If you... Okay, so I have my joins on. You can just join me. Unless the server's full. I don't know if it is. I don't feel like counting. But if it is, you can get in, like, the queue. Okay, so this, you will, if you saw the video I posted today, you would recognize this. You would also recognize the previous floor. I did talk about it for a second in that video, but anyway. Basically, we have 3 more of these to build, but they'll be, instead of like on this floor where it was like all one linear path and each button just happened to also let you get back to that point, these are all their own little sections of parkour that are just a few jumps each. So, how am I gonna fit 3 in this amount of space? I could put like a mini tower here. That would be kind of cool. Let's see, we'll go 40 studs tall. That one was 15. This one will be 20. So that's like kind of half a tower or something. Air conditioner. Yeah, sure. I'll go turn on or like activate the comically large air conditioner. If you got this from the previous floor by doing like an optional section, then you had like a limited time to complete that. Yeah, basically what it does is it makes these platforms, which are supposed to be made of iron, deal only 5 damage instead of 30, because it's like they're cooling off from being in the desert sun. So, one of the mechanics on this floor is there are aluminum platforms, which will deal, I think it's 5 damage, right? Yeah, assuming I actually make it a kill brick. Delete that. Select that again. And it does 5 damage. So, basically, since aluminum has a higher specific heat, that means it takes more energy, or so I said everything wrong. Aluminum has a lower specific heat than iron, so that means it takes less energy to change the temperature of aluminum than it does iron. That means by the time that has passed, as it's supposed to be when you're here, since noon, I'm motioning over there because the sun is over there, but you can't see it because reflectance. Because that amount of time, like in that amount of time, this was able to cool down to the temperature that this is cooling this to if it's on. Make sense? Probably not. I don't know. Okay. What I can do here... How about I take a wooden platform? Wood is just not... It's just not. It's not a kill brick, it's just regular platforms. How about I put an outside section to whatever this tower is? I'll make it so you, like, wrap around to there, and then I will take some iron. We'll make it so you have to jump on it, like, once. I mean, maybe you could jump that distance. But then just do that. It currently insta-kills you. That should deal 35. I'll make it correctly deal 5 when you've pressed the button. But for now, it does not. Make the outside section catastrophic. Yeah, insta-kill. Alt tab correctly, please. Okay. Hey, Roro, if you're going to beat another soul-crushing tower in JToH, what would it be? The next one I'm going to try to complete is Tower of Thinning Layers. Although I haven't exactly been working on that recently. I'm actually going to delete that and make it be an aluminum platform instead. 5 damage, and make it look like that. Okay, after this outside section thingy, you can, like, wrap around to there. I'll make that a little easier by lowering this. And we'll put an aluminum platform here with the button. Actually, let me copy and paste it from over here so it has the decal. With the button here. You're all standing on it. There. Turn drag enabled off. And it don't connect it to anything yet. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so here we're gonna have like trusses. You'd like jump between. Should be kind of cool. I'll lower this down a little bit since you can still pretty much go that high up if I do that, because you can just like go to the very top of here. Then you'd be able to do that. And I do want to make one of these be made of something. How about aluminum? But you can't make a kill brick be a truss, or can you? I don't think you can. No. There's a solution, though. It's just to put the kill brick, which should deal 5 damage, not insta-kill you. Just, like, put it there. So you'll still take damage on that. And it should be invisible. Okay. Not can't collide true, though. So you climb up here. That should deal a little bit of damage, and I would like to put iron on top of here. Okay, here I'll put the whatever that thing's called, button, on like the ceiling. Actually, do I even need this? If I make that can't collide false, you can still jump to it. I'll delete that and just move it to there, a little bit closer, so it's easier to reach. Okay. Now I know I said there's never a reason not to put neon inside a truss. Maybe not, or maybe there is. The only neon really around here is this color, which I don't want that to be, or the green heel pads, but these aren't heel pads. So, what if I do this? It won't be neon. Okay, I meant to click the wood, but the sand may actually look good. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think that can't collide false. Yeah, you can still see it good enough, I guess. The sand texture. Oh, wait, that's what, hold on, turn drag enabled on. And now I can position that right without the kill brick being in the way. Inside the aluminum truss, it's just going to be like white neon. So, if I just make the default color neon, what does that look like? Okay, here that's neon. Yeah, well, a little bit too bright, I feel like. Make that a little bit darker of a color. There, that works well. So you can do that, and then you would... Actually, I don't want... It probably does way too much damage, doesn't it? Okay, well, we'll just make this second one be aluminum. Okay, so we got one more to build. And so far I've put only one of these cacti. I didn't select everything. Should be 10 parts. On the other one, these were like can collide false. They were like activated by a pressure plate thing. That way you couldn't just use this to jump straight to there. But here, the section's going to begin with this. So, that'll be fine. Then, I don't know what to do. Okay, this one is going to involve a spinning kill brick, but it's going to be a spinning iron thing. I'll put those so it's in a circle. Let's see, then I can take a spinning kill bricks. Then I need this centered, so the easiest way to do that is going to be like that. And I do want it spinning on that axis. I'll make it iron. Wait, how am I going to make this be button activated? I think I could still make it work. So we'll go along with it being iron. And make it the same height as these, 14. Then I can like do that. Then I'll put one rotated 90 degrees. And then do that to prevent Z fighting. Those probably insta-kill right now. Let me make them not do that. Damage 35. You can like walk slowly to avoid this. Oh, and I also want to make sure you can't shortcut to other sections from doing one. I don't think that should be possible, but just in case, I'll move these over. Those only selected where I meant to. Kind of surprising. Tower of Death. Enter the portal and you die. Genius. Build a great citadel for the last ring. Name a country in Africa that starts with A. Algeria. Africa. Yes. Genius. Can you skip to there? No. Can you skip to... Click the right place. Can you skip to there? No. Okay. That works then. I'll position this about here, as long as you can't jump to it from here, which you can't. Good. This one will have kind of a large platform. Try not to say E in a sentence challenge. This fails to Okay, I did a video of this challenge before. Hi. That doesn't include an E. I'll put another one of these I'll put a 4x4 here, We'll make it a little bit lower down for some variation. That is where the final button will go. Rotate correctly, please. Good enough. Rotate that to there. Okay. Now, I do want to test these, and this thing can be deleted, by the way. That was for testing the air conditioner. Okay, that does more damage. Okay, how do I want to do that to make that not be... I'll make one of them aluminum. And that makes it so there's less things to be button activated. That might make the strategy... not that. That might be the strategy involved, like, just stand... Interesting. Make that... Click the right thing! Okay, yeah, that works. Another thing I want to do is take that and delete it and replace it with just a regular spin part that looks the same. I mentioned this in the video I posted today, but basically since this isn't... It's similar to over here. This isn't going to affect the gameplay, really. Like, it's like if you walk into it right there, like, it doesn't really matter that it damages you or not. Like, it's less important, so I can save a part and some time by just making it a regular part. Of course, I clicked the wrong one. There. Should still be can collide true and have the same settings, though. I'm also going to make these spin slower. Let's go... let's go with, like, 8.6. Okay. Also, it didn't give me the contrast effect. There we go. So, let's try that again. Nice. So, now I need to get these iron platforms to work the way I want them to with the comically large air conditioner. What I did here was I made it so that the thing that gets deactivated is just the 35 damage kill brick, and then a slightly smaller 5 damage kill brick inside of it. These, if I were to do that, then it would have a slight misalignment. So, what if I do this? I'll take a piece of lava. And do this. Just place it invisible around here. This will deal 35. The one here will deal 5. Currently, it's an insta-kill. Kenya. Okay, so this invisible lava is going to get deactivated by the button. And, wait, no, that one's aluminum, it doesn't matter. Then the spin lava. This one, I feel like it's going to be more noticeable if there's a misalignment, like, because this one is, like, slightly too thin, so, well, maybe not. How about I just do this? This one is going to be the 5 damage kill brick. And, actually, the aluminum one, increase that by 0.05. Duplicate this. Scale that out just a little bit. I don't know how much. I think that should work. Okay. Now I should select the slightly larger one. Yes. This one deal 35 damage. And now go up here to where that button is for the comically large air conditioner. And select the various things it needs to deactivate, which is going to be that, it's going to be that, and it's going to be another lava here that'll look similar. Like, it'll be another invisible one. However, just undo that. I did that wrong. With this new decision I've just made. If I leave a 1 stud gap here, it should still be impossible not to hit the kill brick. But you won't hit your arm through the wall here, which would be an annoying way to die. This should deal 35 damage. This should deal 5. So you will take a little bit still if you're like jumping here. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to hit it otherwise. So that back to 0.5. Go all the way up here. Select the Make Objects Invisible button. And add that to the things it's deactivating. Okay. Name a country in Africa that starts with C. Central African Republic. Did you know every 60 seconds a minute passes in Africa? Whoa. Kenya ain't in Africa? Maybe it's not. I thought it... Let me Google this. Actually, if I just type Kenya, country in East Africa, isn't that Africa? Did you know every 120 seconds, 2 minutes passes in Africa? Or 2 minutes pass, I mean. Whoa. Okay, I need to get these buttons to work. Kermit ate my homework. Kermit ate my dog. Okay, so to decide what these buttons should, like, okay, so on the other one, on floor 2, since you are going to press them in a specific order, I want them to be in this order. Like, the things it's deactivating. Here, that's not the case. It doesn't matter. Like, you could press these in any order. But I think I'll just sort of go from... Hold on. From this wall to this wall. So that would mean next it would appear as this. So select that, deactivate the third one, and the third one. Select this, deactivate the fourth one, and the fourth one. And select this, and deactivate the fifth one, and the fifth one. Now just position these all into position. Okay, nice. Is there anything else I could add? I'll add another cactus over here. It'll still damage you, because I don't see any reason not to. But it's not going to actually be related to the parkour at all. It'll just be for decoration. You might be able to shortcut with it, though, so let me just make it can't collide false, so you can't. And the last thing I want to do on this floor is add some rocks like this. I put one here for the thumbnail. I don't even know if you can see it in the thumbnail. Maybe you can. I don't know. Set these, and then I'll put like a couple of these, like 3 or 4 around here. These, again, are just for decoration. If one allows a shortcut, I'll just make it can't collide false. I'll put a third one over here. This will be the last one. Did you know that every time somebody breathes, they live longer? Yeah. I did. Does this allow shortcuts? Yes, it does. So Select these 3 and make them can collide false. Did you know that every time Roro Studios places a part, he places a part? Did you know every Africa a seconds pass 3,600 Europe? No, every hour in every did you know? No, because none of that made sense to me. Tower of Amongst Us. I'll put one more of these right here, because I can. So let me just test some things. If you step on that, that should deal 35 damage. Let me just use the teleporter, just to make sure it resets buttons anyway. Going to floor 6, and collecting the comically large air conditioner. It should deactivate several things on these iron parts. I almost died. You can use these to heal up. But this should deal only 5 damage, as should this. And this should also deal 5? Yes. Okay, so this is all working as intended, which is good. Now, now add some signs here that help explain how this works. Find all the buttons to power up the time machine. I mean, that's what happens on every floor. So let me make that say, once again, find all the buttons to power up the time machine. Iron, FE, platform. Well, let me explain the easier one. Hold on. Watch out for the metal platforms. Watch out for the metal platforms, though. Aluminum, AL platforms deal a small amount of damage, while iron, FE platforms deal a much higher amount of damage. Wait. Hold on. I just duplicated both of those. Do that. Just like the other one. Do that. Watch out for the metal platforms, though. They have absorbed a lot of heat, so they will damage you if you touch them. Aluminum, AL platforms deal a small amount of damage, while iron, FE platforms deal a much higher amount of damage. Unless you picked up the comically large air conditioner on the previous floor, in which case the iron platforms have cooled to the same temperature as the iron platforms. And I want to add one more sentence. In addition, cacti will damage you too. Nope, wrong too. And now I gotta wait a bunch of seconds. And okay. You're blocking it. In addition, cacti will damage you too. Okay, if you're wondering why I put the element symbol thing on these, like iron Fe, aluminum Al. It's because later I'm gonna get like some decals of like that thingy on the periodic table that says like aluminum and the atomic number and average atomic mass and those things. And I'll put them on here so you know which one it is. I'm not going to do that right now, though, because I would go to Photoshop, and you don't get to see that. So you just stare at me being AFK, which would be quite boring. So we're not doing that right now. Okay, so we've been streaming for an hour and a half now. If you think about it, we're all electric fans. Whoa. Oh, wait, I didn't see the context of this. It's probably that when I went, what did that sound like? Do you mean like you're fans of me and you're electric because you're watching through electronic screens and electronic internet thingies? Okay, so we got one more floor I want to work on, which is going to be floor 8. This one is tower crossings to my most iconic towers. This I also built in the video I posted today. Actually, what was it that I wanted to add? I think like arrows, perhaps? No, I don't think that's what it was. I just don't remember. No, I don't think there's really anything I wanted to add to here. Did I make the buttons work? That one, that's like the only one that activates stuff. These should all be connected. They are not. None of them are connected. That one is only to that, though. It needs to also deactivate those. This one, on this floor, you do complete these in a specific order. That's why it's like connected to other stuff. This one needs to activate that and that. The one here is here. This one needs to deactivate that and that. It also deactivates this, which allows you to get to this button, which currently does nothing, but it'll deactivate that and that. Okay, yeah, I guess that's kind of it for this floor. Thought I remembered there were more things I wanted to do. I mean, connecting the buttons is pretty important so that they work right. Hey, if any of you can complete this without pressing the button, as in wall hopping the whole way, I'll give you nothing. I'll say good job. What an award. We'll wait, like, I don't know, couple nanoseconds. Hold on, I'll make your life easier. I'll set the teleport location to here. Location, if you fall to here. That should type make your life slightly easier for a moment. If you can get to the Tower of Low Parts Tower Crossing without pressing the button, as in doing wall hops, you get me saying good job. Do I need to deselect that so it like works right? Yeah, this is gonna be like impossible. This would go on like a terrifying, probably even a catastrophic tower. I guess it kind of depends. Let me try it actually. Maybe is alignment easier? Possibly. I landed 2 of them. Alright, time's up. You all get good jobs from me. 'Cause I totally did it. Wait, let me. Okay, let's see. I set the teleporter back, though. Wow, so legit. Maybe that's what some of you did. This is the real way to complete that. Okay, anyway. Give me 1 second. Alright. 1. Wow, that was so funny. You seem to be stuck there. You're actually doing good at this. Here, okay. I believe in you, seeing that. I'll set the teleport location back. I set the TP location back. Like, so you don't gotta use no clip. Yeah, okay. Hi. Hello. We deserve a people in my stream. You have really went out of your way to deserve to do this incredible challenge. You should be grateful your talents are so blah blah blah. Okay, people in my stream, you have really went out of your way to do this incredible challenge. You should be grateful your talents are so blah blah blah. I am watching. Okay. Okay, we're gonna move on. But you did definitely do the best at this out of anyone here. I'll give it one more shot. Wow, I'm so good. Okay, now for the legit way of doing that, which is you go and press that button. Okay, but you might think, well, can you take a shortcut if you don't press that button? No, because you have to press it anyway in order to deactivate this. Well, one of the 5 ones there. Am I going to build ring 1, 2, 3 in studio? No, I'm going to begin the studio version with like a prologue kind of thing that sort of summarizes everything that happened in rings 1 through 3 and says like, you can go play that in Obby Creator if you want. I flicked so legit like that looked like wall hop. You mean you like did this? Actually, maybe alignment would make it easier to fake. Yeah, I can't even do that. Well, yeah, that concludes everything I wanted to build this. Build of this tower. There are 2 floors that remain, and 1 building video of this. Probably the next building video I post of this tower is going to only be floor 9. Yeah. Floor 10, I think I'll build off camera. That way it's like a surprise what the ending is. Review our fan games in the server. I was gonna go play JToH XL Project. Let me try this. I'm gonna in the live stream chat, would you leave the stream if I went to play JToH XL project? Yes. No. I don't know, because if I change what I'm doing, sometimes people leave. Currently, someone said... Wait, no, never mind. No one voted. It's 50-50. Well, now it's 43-57. It's 50-50. Maybe. Yes. I mean, I know it is late for many of you. But, I mean, building this was what I wanted to do in the stream, so yeah. I'll go to JToH XL. I'll go to JToH XL project now. You can join me there. Ring 1. Bye. Now I just leave. Okay, so yeah, you can go join Ring 1 of the JToH XL project. How many people are playing this? 32 at the moment. I don't know what the full server limit is of JToH XL Ring 1. But yeah, for those of you leaving the stream now to go to bed or something, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I may stream tomorrow, but I also may not. We'll see, but I probably won't. So, I also want to change the thumbnail and title of the stream. So, the tower of this tower... What was I going to call it? The Road to OoHaD. JToH XL type it right. Project. Roblox. And change the thumbnail. And I typed the description I want to change it to earlier. So for that, I can just copy and paste that in. Save. Okay, so now you should be able to just leave and rejoin. I mean, you can like rejoin the stream if you want to see it update, the updated title. But if not, that's okay. So, I have a question for you. Do any of you know where any of the presents for this are? Earlier today I was in JToH finding some of the presents, or one of them. I mean, like, a few weeks ago when they were first released, people were like, where are the presents? And it was like everyone was being annoyed. I did try one of them. Like, I did one of the bajillion steps you had to do to find one of the presents, and it wasn't there. Because it's only sometimes there, because other people will get to it first. But I knew I just had to wait, like, a week or two, and then so many less people would be trying to find them all. So, I mean, it was also like 11 p.m., kind of like it is now. So, like, I guess less people were playing. It was like 11 p.m. on a weeknight. Like, yeah, so it was there. It was super easy to find. Like, I just knew I had to wait. I can't listen to your stream because I'm on mobile. Aw. Do Forgotten Ridge. We're gonna do Citadel of Madness. 21 floors. None of these things here, so... should take me less than 15 minutes. And this is actually... You need to complete 3 Citadels to unlock Ring 2. And I think 6 for Ring 3. Which Ring 3 is where OoHaD is. Which is Obelisk of Heights and Depths. Can you do this like you can for the present? No. In JToH. It was on Tower of Madness that... I got the ring 1 present. Also, I have a question. How do people find out how you get to those presents? It's like, you have to go, like, to a super specific spot in the tower, and there's, like, an invisible button. It's like, how does anyone find those? I guess the community's just really good at finding stuff. Or maybe they're, like, leaked present locations, or, like, the devs give hints or something. That's what I mean by leaked. Or something. Is there a difference between, like, a teaser, or like a preview thing and leaking something? But okay, like for example, Tower of Madness involved, like, on Tower of Madness, getting to the present involved that part there being a push box that you could actually push. Watch this epic wall hop. Ooh, here comes more epic wall hops. And so, then you, like, pushed it around, and there were, like, different things you had to do down on floor 1. And then you had to go find another button. Is there another shortcut here? I think there is. Nope. Then you had to go all the way up to, like, floor 8. And then there was another button. It's like, how do you find that? Like, and it was behind a can collide true. I mean, and it was behind. Come on. Let me try again. And it was behind, like, a fake wall. So it's like, how would you even find that? Knowing that. How do you find. I can't figure this out. Like, how do you find the, like, still, this is not working. I can't speak. Given that you have to find, like, 3 buttons to get each present, and that each button can be literally anywhere in the tower, and it's probably behind invisible platforms, and it's, like, super difficult to notice. How do people find the presents? That's my question. I mean, it was easy for me, because I just looked on the JToH wiki, and they have, like, a guide on how to find each present location. Alright, let me talk about the gameplay as I'm playing it now. Wow, this is so good gameplay. Yay. Well, if you don't know what this game is, JToH XL, or something, you maybe have figured it out by now. Are you kidding me? I don't like this. Now I have to completely restart. Well, basically, they take each tower in JToH and convert it into a citadel, so they add more floors. So it's pretty cool. Like, you can see some of them are exactly the same as in the original tower, but then they, like, add some more stuff to it. Wow, this is concerning. Okay, well, now that I'm doing parkour that I just did, here's a tip. Mini citadels also give points such as NEAC, MAC, and TAC. Oh, not even a citadel, maybe a citadel. Totally a citadel. Let me look at my things to talk about while live streaming Google Doc. Okay, so this one is... is Latin really a dead language? People say Latin is a dead language and no one speaks it. And it's like, I don't think it is. I mean, sure, it's not the, like, local language anywhere anymore. But when I hear dead language, I would think it means no one speaks it, and, like, no one even thinks about it ever, or no words are derived from it or anything like that. But nope, like, every word in English is in some way derived from Latin. Well, not every word, but there are, like, a bunch of words that include, like, Latin roots, stuff like that. You know, like imposter comes from the Latin word impostor, meaning imposter. Actually, I might be able to find this out. Imposter definition. If you go to Google, you can see more definitions. Yeah, it comes from Latin, I don't know how to pronounce that, to impositor, to imposter, to imposter, imposter. That's pretty sus. So, I don't think Latin is a dead language. You're both completing Citadel of Madness, and I'm not. Sad. Yeah, so that was my take on Latin isn't a dead language, in my opinion. Maybe they could come up with another word that means it's not the local language anywhere. Maybe they could even... Okay, I thought this... Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Which is why I failed those jumps before. Anyway. Maybe they could get the word for words like Latin, where it's still relevant, but no one speaks it as the local language anywhere. And I mean, come on, you can, like, take Latin classes at, like, school, so... Like... Surely it's not completely useless of a language now. I've almost done every Citadel in JToH XL, but the thing I realized I have to do TOTP. Tower of Towering Pillars. Right, because I made steeples be towers, which is 7.99. Almost insane. Anyway, let me talk about OoHaD, Obelisk of Heights and Depths. Is this a Find the Can't Collide True? I guess it is. So I did Citadel of Heights and Depths like a couple months ago in JToH. It took me 3.5 hours, over 3.5 hours to complete it. So I'm going to do the Obelisk of Heights and Depths. I think Citadel of Heights and Depths may be the longest tower ever in JToH. I mean, it depends on how long your run actually ends up being, but that depends on more than like, okay, like, towers can be different lengths, like, it's not just on how fast you complete them, like, there can be more jumps. Anyway, it took me forever to complete Citadel of Heights and Depths. Yes. You mean, yes, it is, like, I don't know if these are Pick the Can't Collide True one, so I'm just gonna follow you. Anyway, it took me 3.5 hours to complete OoHaD, so OoHaD, and somebody suggested I should complete it, so that's why I wanted to. Like, that could probably realistically take me, like, 8 hours to complete. I don't know. It might not. It also seems logical to reach the conclusion that it could take maybe the same amount of time because many of the floors I'll have already seen and know what to do. Because, you know, like you're seeing in any tower or Citadel of JToH XL, many of the floors are just exactly the same as they are in JToH. Here's another question I have. Where do they get the original floors? Do they just rebuild them from scratch? I feel like that'd be really annoying to build it exactly. Or do they, like, get it from the creator of the original tower, maybe? Like, as a model or something. Interesting. Talk about the letter H. Some towers don't have models. How do you submit a tower, like, not as a model, though? Like, how would they put it in the game? Like, just regular JToH, I mean. Maybe those have to be models, but, like, things built by the developers don't. Whoa. Didn't realize this was like this. I'd probably lose all my progress if I fall here. That's comforting. Oh, is that a present location? I think it is. Because the present locations look like that in JToH. Of course, there is no present there, because why would there be? That would make my life too easy. Well, wait, isn't it in one place at a time in this one? Like, it's in one location. So, and it changes every 15 minutes. Couldn't that mean I could just AFK there for a while until it eventually is where I want it to be? I could, but I won't. Some towers don't have models. For OoHaD, they had to remake it. Oh boy. I wonder how long that took. But still, like, even if they didn't have a model, couldn't, like, the devs of JToH, like, go into Ring 3 there and, like, I think I go this way, and, like, make a model of that? Like, couldn't the people who made JToH XL, like, ask for it like that? Like, I imagine that would be, like, they would probably say yes or something. Maybe not, but I feel like you would, like, okay, if you, to make, like, a spin-off including exactly the same parts as original towers, I would think you would, like, ask permission for it or something, right? Or, like, ask to do that, maybe. So, like, if you're gonna ask them if you can use their tower like that anyway, wouldn't it also be reasonable to ask them, can you make a model for us to use? GG, Roro. Wait a second, you're 12 minutes in. Oh no! I am Roro. Okay, well, I guess that answers the question I didn't want to know the answer of. Well, I guess I would prefer to know the answer than to not. But yeah, if I fall here, I'm dead. That's comforting. Is this from the original tower? I don't think it is. No, it's not. Whoa, that looks cool with them being, like, fog-end. Having to make every part the right size and correct coordinate is challenging. In their server, they said some citadels can't be built by ourselves because the original creators request. Okay, so, like, there can be some towers that aren't made into citadels here because the creator of the original citadel said no. I mean, original tower. Which is fine, but sure. What do you have planned for studio? In terms of your fan game, will there be a Discord server for your fan game? Will there be lobby builders? Will it be solo, or will it be like the one in Obby Creator? Okay. Oh, hey, this is a floor from the original tower. That's good, I guess. Hey, we finally reached the top of that ladder on top of the thingy from, like, floor 3 that wasn't actually there. I don't know why I'm doing that like that. Okay. So, in JToH rings and zones, there's usually, like, 10 to 15 full-size towers per ring. But since mine will be mini towers, which will probably still be 30 by 30, but maybe I'll do, like, 40 by 40. That is a possibility. If I fall here, is there any way I can get back inside? Let's not find out. Yeah, but they'll probably still be 30-30. In which case, I could build a lot more of them in a ring, like, and before lag starts becoming an issue. And I don't have to worry about part limit either, which is why the Obby Creator ones had only like 6 towers per ring. Well, rings 1 and 2 had a lot, but those weren't as detailed and they weren't as good, so they used less parts. Not that parts necessarily is proportional to how good a tower is, especially when you consider that goodness is subjective, but I could probably build like up to like 30 in a single ring, and add that to, add to that the fact that I'll be building the citadels and soul crushings in their own place. Like, you know, I never know what word to use for that, and it's like really annoying to describe what I mean by that. Like, you know how sometimes in a game, like, you know, you join the ring select in JToH, and you join a ring and it'll like teleport you to a new server. It's called a new place, but that sounds super unspecific. And it's like, is it a new server? Well, that's not exactly what I mean either. I mean, it is a new server, but it isn't in, like, it's a different game, but it's not. But fine, a different place. The Citadel and Soul Crushings will be on their own place. At least for Ring 4, well, the Ring 4 Citadel and Soul Crushing will be on their own obby slots. Ring 5, I do have a different idea for, and probably Ring 6 and 7 will have, like, multiple Soul Crushings, which will be mini towers. Or they could be. Maybe they'll be a little bit larger than 30 by 30, though. They could maybe be, like, 40 by 40 with 10 floors. That will be something I decide at that time. So, like, okay, in Ring 5, what I plan to do is, in the main ring, I'll still use that term because it'll be the main ring with the Citadel, or no, without the Citadel and Soul Crushing, just the towers, kind of like how it was in the Obby Creator version. In Ring 5, I'm gonna include the Soul Crushing there, which will be shorter than most mini towers. Okay, I'll wait for you, but longer than a Citadel or Soul Crushing, like a full-size tower. I'll wait for you. And so Ring 5 will include the Soul Crushing Tower, but in its, like, the Citadel will still be built on its own obby slot, and also, I mean, not obby slot, in its own place. Also in its own place will be an intense difficulty full-size tower, which I'm going to build and submit to JToH. So it'll be in SMToH and, hopefully, JToH. Where'd you go? I don't even see you. I'm just gonna press the WinPad. GG. Citadel of Madness in 1453-67. Yay. I don't feel like reading that. Okay, so that's Citadel of Madness. Now it's time for Citadel of Vertical Mobility. When looking at the badges to try and find the description of OoHaD, this is definitely the wrong way. I noticed that there were some new ones like that aren't towers in JToH. Like one of them was like Citadel of Zigzag. I don't think that's a thing in JToH. Where are the intermediate towers? Or where's Citadel of Vertical Mobility? Perhaps. I may need some help locating this. Yeah, these are like the other ones. Okay, I'm following you. Also, your name is Obelisk of Laptop Splitting Enjoyer. Ah, here they are. Citadel of Vertical Mobility. This one's marked as long, so it's, I think that means 15 to 30 minutes. Okay, so this one, I guess, since there is no TOVM, or whatever it's called, I'm calling it Tower Vertical Mobility. Haha. I think this is an entirely original Citadel, which is kind of cool. So let's see. Yeah, it would be like a JToH Ring 1 style, but original citadel. So a classic style citadel. So that's kind of cool. It's like we have some completely new content, but also most of it is based on the content of JToH. It's not vertical mobility. Citadel of Vindictive Maneuvers would be painful. Where is that? Is that in the Forgotten Ridge? Because they added the Forgotten Ridge to this game. Like, it says that in the title of the game at the moment. Okay, so also talking about the studio SMTOH, what else did you ask? Let me go find that. Oh. In terms of, will there be a Discord server for your fan game? Will there be a lobby builders? Like, will I be building it solo? Well, as has been the case with the Obby Creator one, my sister will help with some things, maybe. But also, I might not build it entirely solo. Like, I may ask for help from other people. There will be community towers, which will help with the fact that there'll be like 20 to 30 mini towers in each main ring. So that will be the case. I'll probably script the game myself, and I don't know if there'll be specific lobby builders other than myself and a couple other people, like my sister and stuff. And there could also be an OST. I mean, the problem with that is if I like, okay, I know how to compose my own music, which I like doing, and it's fun, but it just takes longer than it does to build or like make a building video. So like I post a building video every week. If it's a mini tower, usually that'll be one video to build the whole thing, and if it's an 8-floor mini tower, usually I'll use one song for the first 4 floors and another song for the second 4 floors. But that would mean I would have to, in addition to making the Obby Creator building video, it's not even Obby Creator building video, SMTOH building video, I would have to compose 2 songs, which that's not going to happen that fast. But I mean, we'll see. I have maybe enough to work with for now, or I'll just like come back and write something for older towers, maybe. But the ones that are most important to have a OST, I will definitely have. For example, Tower of the Planets, which I'm going to build after Tower of the Grand Finale. So I'm going to build that in like a couple weeks. That I've already begun the OST for, so that way I can get a head start on it. I may or may not finish the OST before I finish the tower. There are like, I think, 18 different songs I need to write for that. They're not too long though. Each one is usually like 1 to 2 minutes. Yeah. So like if it's shorter, it takes less time. Also, depending on what it is, it can take less time. Maybe I could just make an OST for the lobbies. Will there be curators who review the community towers? Okay, remind me what exactly curators are for JToH. Are they people whose job is like specifically for reviewing submitted towers, like that's all they do? Or do they also like, maybe people are curators in addition to other things? And what exactly does review mean? I think they like look at it and they give it a score based on, you know, creativity, gameplay, stuff like that. Am I correct in that? Curators review towers and then pass it or fail it. Yeah, and they like give it a rating out of 30, I think. 10, a rating out of 10 for different things. like different categories, you know, gameplay, creativity, design. I think those are the 3. So if you get a 10 out of 10 in all 3, that means you get a 30 out of 30. So will there be curators for SMTOH? I mean, okay, with like getting people to like work on the game, who would you call staff? Yeah, getting staff people. How would I do that? Like, and like, I mean, like, would any of you guys be interested in doing that? I would think so. But then it's like, how well would that work? Okay, back to OSTs. I could have things just for the lobby. Like OST songs for just the lobby. And I guess for maybe the most important towers, which would be like the Citadels and Soul Crushings. Well, maybe those aren't necessarily the most important in quotes, but like things that the OST is important to. That's more what I mean. Like, oh boy, wait, can I just like? Yeah, no, I'm just gonna do this. I mean, the Citadels and Soul Crushings, like, I do like those to have an OST. Whoa, those are falling parts. I didn't know that. I mean, for Tower of Among Us, it was very important. The OST was, like, crucial to the tower itself. So, what just happened? I alt-tabbed out. Alright, guess we're back here. Now we're back here again. For Tower of the Planets, the OST itself isn't as necessary. It still is, though, so, like, I definitely will need that as soon as possible. Like, it's probably about the same as... Where do I go? Wait, what? No, I didn't fall. That was a... Oh, okay. I didn't fall. I think I can just walk across here. This is the next floor. I alt-tabbed out, so I got confused. Okay, but like, okay, let me go to my Google Docs plan of Tower of the Planets and maybe figure this out a little bit. So how many, let's see, how many songs do I need? So there's one for all, how many planets are there? 8? Yeah, there's a... Why can't I move this? Okay. There we go. That was weird. Okay. So, there is a song for all of these. International Space Station, the Sun, Mercury, Venus, actually has 2, because it's like 2 movements. Earth, which will probably also have 2. The Moon, Mars, Jupiter, Io, Saturn, Titan, Uranus, Titania. I lost count. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, let me just... How about this? I'll just count aloud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Oi. Trying again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I forgot the lobby. Okay, so it's 20 is... There are 20 different songs. That includes the lobby, that includes things that'll have multiple movements. No, it won't. There's 20, 21, maybe 22, depending on how you count it. The one I forgot. Okay, because the 20 there are 18 ones for specific floors and like floor extensions and stuff. There's 19 and 20 for the lobby and win room. And there is the 21st one, which will be one song that plays while you're in between every floor, between every planet and moon. Which will just be like sort of an ambient song. Now, like I said, those do depend a lot on what the song is. It can take the amount of time it takes can vary a lot. I mean, like, you might remember I talked about, or like on Roro Studios Music for the Mystery of Ring 5, that one for Island of the Forsaken Towers. In the description I gave for that, I included that was the fastest thing I've ever composed, which was like only like 2 days to compose that. When I wrote Venus Movement 1, which I finished today actually, that one, I mean, it took me like a week and a half maybe, but there were like a couple days throughout that where I wasn't working on it because I was like busy with other stuff. Outside section, oh boy. But like that was also very quick, and there's like they were kind of similar, Venus Movement 1 and the Mystery of Ring 5. Hold on, let me stop talking about that for a second as I figure out how to do this. This won't like fling me off if I'm standing on it while it moves, right? I don't think this is what okay, it won't. Good. Let me no. Oh, there's a teleporter, thank goodness. That could have been really bad. As I was saying, they were both kind of similar. They were like slow, kind of lyrical. The Mystery of Ring 5 was supposed to be ominous. That was the main word for that. And Venus Movement 1 was supposed to be peaceful. Let me just jump off there. Either way it was slow. Like, so, and there's less times where all instruments are playing. Or at least most of them. So, like, yeah, that's kind of... that. So, like, those were... I guess that's why that's very quick to do that. This probably has infinite time. Okay. Hold on. Let me answer the question of, wait, so will you make a Discord server? To answer that question, probably, yes. Almost definitely. Not specifically for the fan game, though, but everything Roro Studios. What if I just, like, pressed space? Who is Roro and what is his phobias? I am Roro. My phobias are... I'm not afraid of anything. Well, I am kind of irrationally afraid of bugs. Let's take a little break. Okay. And also, in my room, earlier today, there was a bug that was there. Yeah, I didn't, like, do anything about that. I tried to, but ultimately just gave up. So yeah, it's probably gonna jump scare me at 3 a.m. Unless I'm up till 3 a.m. playing this game. That's always a thought. Will there be a Discord server? Yes, there will be for all things Roro Studios. So that will include, like, my videos and, like, someone earlier in the stream was, like, suggesting a obby creator build battle live. I suppose I wouldn't exactly need a Discord server for that, though, unless I wanted to, like, set up, like, prizes or something. That would probably be necessary for that, but I could do, like, a build battle in a live stream. Everyone who joins me would get, like, an hour to build something, maybe based on a theme. Like, I've seen other videos where people do that, but they, like, set it up in a Discord server. And I also don't know how to use Discord. Yes, I do. Just not much. Like, I don't use it that much. So, like, is there a way I could, like, make it so that kind of like a live stream where I'm speaking and you guys can hear me, but it's not like a voice chat where anyone can speak? And also, I don't really like voice chats. I've never tried one except with people I know, but... And it's, like, it's hard to explain how it's at all different from, like, live streaming where I'm speaking. It's, like, I guess it's that other people are also speaking using their voice. in a live conversation. Can I do a studio build battle? That's also an option. That would almost definitely require Discord for that to work, because unlike Obby Creator, you can't, it's not like in all one server. Although there may be ways to do that. I hope you're ready. And also, the game will be under Roro Studios Fan Club. I'll put it under the group. And I also will probably rename Roro Studios Fan Group to just Roro Studios. Since at that point, it'll not be just like my videos. It'll also be Shark's Many Towers of Heck. What's up here? Is this anything I need to be concerned about? Ooh, a present location. I can actually get a present. Quick, get it in case it's about to respawn. Let's go. Present of Jolly Jubilance. Well, that was an unexpected surprise. Nice. Anyway, let's continue. Yeah, so I'd rename it to just Roro Studios, probably. I mean, not that it being called Fan Club is really a problem with, but I think it just kind of makes sense. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, I'll just take your word for it that I don't want to go fast. Any other questions? I'm enjoying discussing this with myself at 3 a.m. It's not 3 a.m. But I am alone down here. But you're never alone when you're live streaming, because people are watching. I realize that could have a completely different meaning. What ideas do I have for Citadel of Leon Laboratories, the Ring Force Citadel? Not many. I mean, I've planned out, like, the first floor, and I will be, similar to the other Citadels, be using a lot of ideas from, like, comments. So, yeah, that will definitely be important to that. But what I do have planned for that, overall, is there's going to be, like, a lot revealed about the storyline in that one. Because I discussed this in, like, the first Citadel of the Infinite Abyss video, which was the Ring 3 Citadel. I want the amount of gameplay, or, I mean, the difficulty of gameplay and amount of storyline to sort of average out between the two. Citadel of the Infinite Abyss was like a higher difficulty Citadel and not a lot of storyline. Citadel of Leon Laboratories will be a lower difficulty and a lot of storyline. So those average out to, like, middle and middle. COLL will be, like, intense, by the way. Probably, like, somewhere between, like, low to mid intense. That's probably what I'll aim for. Where do I go? I'm just, like, going somewhere. What's going to be the difficulty? I just answered that. You probably typed that before I said that, though. What else can I talk about relating to OSTs? I was liking that. Yeah, so if I'm gonna build, I probably... Okay, how many... So, Tower of Among Us OST, I was working on that, like, way before I began that tower. Also, let me just figure out where on Earth I'm supposed to go. This way. Okay. I began the Tower of Among Us OST much before I began the tower. Like, I began the OST... Let me think. What was the first thing? I think it was the original Among Us March. Because I had originally put that for, like, just piano, which didn't make any sense. So that was technically when I started it. That was, like, April or March of 2022. And I began building the tower in July of 2022. Okay, so it's only like 3 or 4 months ahead of time. But even then, I was only like halfway done by the time I began it. Of course, those kind of took less time to compose those songs because, well, they were kind of bad and had less instrumentation. I mean, I still use pretty much the same set of instruments, like wind ensemble, that instrumentation, but I have multiple parts now, which I didn't for most of those, or in fact all of those. I didn't begin doing that until Rainfall was the first that I did that, which was at the end of 2022. You know, like 2 trumpets instead of just 1, that sort of thing. And also, when I was doing that before, or like Tower of Among Us OST, the harmony was kind of bad. Also, that takes a lot of time to get that to work. Right. Like, okay, a lot of the harmony in Tower of Among Us OST was like just by octaves, which is pretty quick to make, but it sounds boring. So, like, the ones I've been working on now are much better. You know, chord progressions and making the low brass part be not just whole notes. So, yeah, they just take longer now because they're better. So, that's a worthy trade thing. But should I be able to finish the Tower of the Planets OST before I finish Tower of the Planets building the tower? That quite depends. I haven't planned out like the videos of building it, which I should, I guess. You know, like for the past couple large towers I've built, you know, Tower of Music Theory, Mayhem, and Citadel of the Infinite Abyss. The Ring 3, Citadel, and Soul Crushing, respectively. I mean, Soul Crushing and Citadel, respectively. Do not fall. Oh, boy. For those, I planned out all the videos. Like, first I planned out the whole tower. And, like, in a Google Doc, I wrote out, like, a summary of every floor and how I planned to build it. And I talked about that a lot more in the Tower of Music Theory Mayhem videos than the Citadel of the Infinite Abyss videos, but I did use them in both. What is this? Oh, I think I can stand on that. Yeah. And we'll see how much I talk about the Google Doc and my plans for each floor as that goes on. I feel like probably, yeah. Maybe. I guess time will tell, I suppose. So, that being said, I haven't planned out the Tower of the Planets videos, but let's say it's like 10 videos for the whole series. The first, you know, building it, and then the last one, which is playing the whole thing start to finish. Is this like a shadow section or something? I'm slightly confused. Oh, wait, hold on. Since I'm not going into climbing animation, I can stand here. Got it. I believe the same is true here, but given that I lose everything if I fall, probably, I definitely want to check that. Yeah, I can stand there. Okay. Jump at the end in case they decided to do a funny little thing and make the end of it can't glide false, which they probably wouldn't. Really, by discussing this, I'm not exactly getting anywhere with making any big decisions on this. You're almost to safety. Don't give up now. Oh, wait, I should start over here. In Citadel of Leon Laboratories, you should add a mirrored section on floor 5 where you do the obstacles, but also collect buttons along the way. Okay. I need to focus here, so I gotta make sure I know exactly what I'm doing. so I don't get launched off this platform. That would be really bad. Okay, good. But I guess I can make an estimate of how long the Tower of the Planets OST will take. Let me look at that Google Doc again. Most of these are full wind ensemble, or concert band, same thing, I think. Whatever. That instrumentation. So, those will probably take about the same. There are a few that won't be, though. Well, at the moment, I only have one that's specifically noted as that. IO will be for jazz combo. So that's only like a couple instruments, like 6 or 7, I think, is how I'm doing that here. But jazz combo, the amount of instruments in that can depend. Actually, why don't I just go count? What did I say? I'ma try some jazz. This floor extension song will be a jazz combo with this instrumentation. Drum set, piano, trumpet, trombone, alto sax, vibraphone, and string bass. It will use swing eighth notes at 130 BPM. Or approximately 130 BPM. But also, I don't know how to really write jazz. I mean, I've never tried anything like that. Although I do use jazz elements a lot, like 12-bar blues and blues scales. And also, if no one's going to be performing this, I'll probably write an improv solo section in that, but I'll just have to write one out so that MuseScore will, export something in that space, you know. Not that that's would even be possible with, MIDI playback without an actual performer. Or there's probably some, AI thing that could write something. But, if I'm going to do that, I may as well just write out a solo. And also, I don't want to use AI, because stupid. Gotta keep an eye on my health. If I die, I would be sad. But I didn't. Yay. What do I do here? Oh. Can I stand here? Yeah. How about there? Okay, sure. That works. Also, I can't see anything. That's fun. This helps a little bit. How close am I? There's still 4 more floors. That's probably the end there. How many rings are going to be in SMTOH? 8. Roro, can you say hi to my cat, Carl? Hi, Carl. This tower unreasonably extends so much. Rowboat Studios, which is better? Undertale OST or Deltarune OST? Honestly, I haven't listened to either much, other than in, towers. This is not one from either of those. But I have listened to, I have for Undertale. Prepare yourself. Oh boy. Not so much for Deltarune, but they are good. I know that. Which one is better? I don't know. Well, as I said, as I was talking about earlier, the later songs I've composed are better than the earlier ones, and since Deltarune is the sequel to Undertale, I would think that the OST for Deltarune was composed after Undertale, which would indicate that the newer ones would be better, so probably Deltarune. The ending is in sight. I don't know what I just said. I tried to say 4 different things at the same time. Let me just pick one. Yay. I think I was trying to say wow, yay, no way, or oh no, there's an outside section. That was an interesting experience. Oh, I jumped way too early. I could have just thrown the whole run at the end. I would have been sad if I did that. But I didn't, so it's fine. When will we get the first building video in Roblox Studio? Probably in 3 weeks, because there's 2 more Tower of the Grand Finale videos. One where I build floor 9, and then the full playthrough of that. Then the next week, I guess, will be the first Citadel of Leon Laboratories video. But you have one final challenge to overcome. Good luck, traveler. Things have turned red. Scary. But I also might delay the first COLL video. Maybe like a week or so, because I might need time to like figure out how I'm gonna start SMTOH, basically. You know, create the game and put everything in place that I need in order to start like building things as I would in Obby Creator. Pay attention. Okay, let me just... Yeah, that's the answer to that question. 3 to 4 weeks, most likely. 3 to more Saturdays. Oh, no. I did that wrong. Wait a second. Oh, no. This is going to be scary. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Just don't do anything stupid, and we'll be good. Ah! Scary, scary, scary. Nice. Let me just go slow so nothing strange happens. Okay, we're back inside the tower. Of course, if I fall, that means I'm going to have to do the outside again. I'm going to use alignment here, just for safety. Felt like I jumped too early there. Nice. So, as I play JToH XL more, I'm interested to see how, like, length of towers comes into play. Like, I mean, of course, Citadel of Heights and Depths in JToH Ring 3. That was definitely a test of endurance, but as I was playing that, I did mention this during that stream, but I was thinking, like, what would it be like to have, like, a super long, 3-hour completion tower for me, for better people? Or, like, when you get gooder at the tower, you're gonna complete it faster than you did on your first completion. like, OoHaD, if you're not me, on my first run, probably would take, like, 2 hours maybe. That's probably how long that is, an hour and a half. Okay, do this 8 stud for me. That was so difficult. GG. Tower, Citadel of Vertical Mobility, and 33-33-17. Why couldn't it have been 33-33-33? That would have been so cool. OoHaD is unfathomably long. What does it say that length is? I think 2+ hours? No, 3+ hours. Okay, so it's by default going to be 3 hours at minimum. So if the length as it would, like, I guess the actual length, like, like, remember when I did, should we do the next Citadel? Would it be Citadel of Heck? I don't know, hold on. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I've been streaming for 2 hours, 40 minutes, so I think I'll end the stream there. But OoHaD is gonna take forever. But, like, how does this game, like, build, like, I guess that's probably the case in OoHaD, what I'm about to say, but definitely in this one, I don't know the difficulty of OoHaD. But, like, this insanity probably has various sections of, like, a long section where there's just no safety net and it's, like, really stressful. And then you go back inside the tower and you've got a safety net for a while. So it's like, how would that go? And I guess that does maybe, let me see from the perspective of someone who didn't build the tower how that goes for, like, my citadels, you know. Like, Citadel of Abstraction, I think that's the longest tower I've ever built. Well, hold on, let me check the length of those videos. Which, I mean, isn't as reliable of a source of information of how long a tower is, like how long the playthrough was. It pretty much is, but maybe not exactly as accurate as like when I was timing the floor lengths on the Citadel of Twist and Weirdness guide. Citadel of Twist and Weirdness is a Zone 6 Citadel in JToH. Let me go to cat therapy, because I'm all tabbed out of Roblox, but I'll let you see this. That makes a little more sense. Anyway, 1 second. Actually, hold on. Okay. The Tower of Superception playthrough video was 41 minutes and 8 seconds. Citadel of Abstraction, let me find that one. That one was 43 minutes and 17 seconds. So you can conclude Citadel of Abstraction's a little longer than Tower of Superception. What was the next one I built? Oh, well, also, before any of those, Citadel of Eternal Corruption, that video was 24 minutes, 59 seconds. Although I remember specifically not playing through everything, so that the video wouldn't be too long. That's probably closer to 30 minutes, though, so, okay. Currently, Citadel of Abstraction is the longest. After that would have been after that I built Tower of Among Us. Let me find that video. That was 32 minutes, 48 seconds, so a little bit longer than Citadel of Eternal Corruption. Then I built Tower of Music Theory Mayhem. Let me find that video again. Scrolling noises. There it is. Tower of Music Theory Mayhem, 43:19. And Citadel of the Infinite Abyss full playthrough was 32:34. Okay, so Tower of Music Theory Mayhem was, what was it again? I lost where that video was. Let me just use Control F. That was 43:19. And Control F isn't helping much. Just remember 43:19 for a second. Let me find Citadel of Abstraction again. That was 43:17. Okay, so they're like about the same length. Anyway, what does that mean? Does that mean the longest tower I ever built was Tower of Music Theory Mayhem or Citadel of Abstraction? They pretty much tie, so yeah. My question is, what would playing a super long tower like that be from the perspective of having never played it? I guess I have some information related to that with my experience playing Citadel of Heights and Depths. But that was an intense tower, and even then, the gameplay of that almost entirely was over a safety net. There were only a few parts where you would lose some progress, and even then it was only a couple minutes. And so the gameplay itself wasn't that difficult either. Probably never going above challenging. It's just marked as intense because it's so because it's so long. And there's safety nets mostly, but there are no places in the tower where you can fall and lose all your progress. Unless the only way that would happen was if you died to kill bricks, which there are no sections like that either. That's not the case in Citadel of Abstraction or Tower of Music Theory Mayhem. So, since I built them, it's pretty difficult to play them from the perspective of not being the person who built them. And even then, most people who play that are probably not playing it on a legit run. They're just, using like no clip and just like playing different sections, which is fine, but it's definitely not the same as being in an actual run and, you know, the stress you would feel on the outside sections and stuff. And I know I probably make my towers too punishing most of the time, but I'll try not to do that too bad on Citadel of Leon Laboratories, which, well, on Tower of the Planets, yes, I'm not sorry at all. That one, most of it, well, hold on. Let me check the plan, which I still have open. Yeah, in between every floor, it's basically you're, like, out in the middle of space, traveling between the planets on, like, asteroids and stuff. Well, probably not asteroids, just, like, platforms that are gray, so they're kind of like asteroids. OoHaD is peak intense, and some runs I see are 5+ hours. Okay. What was I about to say? Oh, yeah. In between each planet is, like, basically an outside section where if you fall, you just fall in the void. So you'd lose all your progress. But then some of the later floors of the tower, such as, well, basically, they don't have as much of a safety net. And there are also plenty of insta-kill sections, too. And various other ways you can die. Let's see. Titan. Here's the description for that. Well, I'll sum it up. Basically, well, the sign it's going to say at the start is, which I've already typed out. It says, "Welcome to Titan, the largest moon of Saturn. This moon is unique because it's the only place in the solar system besides Earth with surface liquid. Here you'll find liquid methane and ethane. Be careful of kill bricks on this moon because healing is disabled." And it says, the non-sign part of the description says, "Titan has liquid methane and ethane on it and is very cold. The floor extension will include lots of ice platforms as well as a swimming section. The swimming section will have a moving invisible kill brick, 5 damage, so that you take damage while in the swimming section. Because why not, healing will be disabled on this floor." Oh, and also the song will be a trumpet and marimba duet. That's another one that's not just concert band instrumentation. And I may or may not do the moving kill brick. That was because I was originally planning to build this in Obby Creator. But now that I'm building it in Studio, I may find another way to make you slowly take damage. But we'll see when I build that. Anyway, I'm pretty much just rambling on, because why not? What all did I accomplish today? Why doesn't it say I have that present that I found? Maybe I have to reset. Or maybe rejoin, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the stream. Completing the thingy from before. Hold on, let me try rejoining. There it is. Present of Jolly Jubilance. So I do have it, so that's good. Well, yeah, that's pretty much the end of the stream. Like I said, maybe I'll stream tomorrow, but probably not. Let's go to cat therapy for a screenshot. Come to cat therapy. I can't type. Come to cat therapy for a screenshot. Well, hopefully you enjoyed today's stream. If you did, please remember to leave a like and consider subscribing. And I may do a stream tomorrow, but I probably won't. But I may, but I probably won't. Close the chat for a second. Print screen. Yay. Well, yeah, that concludes this. See if I have Ring 2. I've completed more than 3 Citadels, so I probably do. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video or stream, probably video, and have a great day.